But today we're going to talk about how to find the best moisturizer for winter. And I'm going to start by telling you actually what happens to your skin during the winter and why it gets so out of whack. So your skin, your epidermis, is composed. Hi, Anne, good to see you. Your skin, your epidermis, is actually composed of all these different layers, right? And the topmost layer of your skin is called the stratum corneum. It's also known, interestingly enough, as the horny layer. And the reason why it's called the horny layer is because all the dead skin cells are hornified, it's called, by proteins to make it a solid layer. But that outer layer of your skin is what provides the moisture barrier, what provides this really, really important barrier for your skin so that all the moisture and all good stuff gets trapped inside and not be able to leak out, and bad stuff can't come in. So that stratum corneum, the horny layer, if you want to think about it, it looks kind of like a brick wall. So the brick wall is composed of bricks and mortar, right? So the bricks are your dead skin cells. So as your skin exfoliates, dead skin cells get pushed up and up and up. So the dead skin cells are there to kind of like be the bricks and be your defense system. And the mortar is made up of lipids. And lipids are natural oils that your body produces. Natural oils, natural fats that your body produces. So fats are actually really important for your skin. So what happens in the winter is that the mortar and the bricks get destroyed, especially the mortar. You lose the mortar, the lipid barrier gets destroyed. And what this means, oh, thanks, Jen. Love you guys too. Okay, so what this means is that when in the winter, because it's so dry, because of the wind, because of all the usual horrible things that winter skin does to us, what happens is that the mortar gets destroyed, and so the bricks get destroyed also, and so your barrier basically gets compromised. And when your barrier gets compromised, what happens is that moisture starts leaking out of your skin, and because your barrier is compromised, you can't prevent that moisture from leaving your skin. So first of all, it's really dry, and second of all, your barrier is not working well, and so you're just encouraging everything to like leave your body, and that's why your skin gets so dry. And if you ever wonder why you were flaking, why your skin flakes off, it's because the bricks and mortar start peeling off, start sticking together into sheets, and so that sheet is what you see when it starts flaking off. It's not exfoliating the way it's supposed to be. So if you think about it, a lot of your skin issues, a lot of your dry skin issues that take place in the winter are due to the fact that you have an impaired barrier function. It's what it's called in the winter. And what's really important is for you to find a moisturizer that helps you to address this barrier function and to fix your barrier so that it functions normally again. So there are three things, and if you download the guide that I put above, the link above, you'll see that there's three kinds of moisturizing agents that you can put into a moisturizer that you should try to look for in every moisturizer, especially for the winter. A lot of the problem is that sometimes you guys might just find a moisturizer that has one of those things instead of like all three of those things. And so it may be good enough for summer, but it's not going to be good enough for you for winter. Okay, so the three things are humectants, emollients, and occlusives. So let's start first with humectants. So humectants are basically water-soluble ingredients that draw moisture to itself and bind moisture to itself, and therefore binds more moisture to your skin. So if you think about it, a lot of your steps that come before your oil and moisturizer layers, like your serums, your facial oils, your facial mists, serums, facial mists, and toners, are all are all your humectant layers, because they're water-based and they attract more water. They bind the other layers to your skin, so everything absorbs better. The problem that a lot of people, what happens with a lot of people is that they use a moisturizer that is primarily humectant in the summer, and when they use it in the winter, they find that it actually makes your skin drier, because what happens is that you're binding moisture to your skin, but because your barrier is impaired and you're not putting anything to help your barrier, the stuff binds to the moisture in your face and then evaporates out. So it's really important that you have a humectant, but it's even more important that you put an occlusive or find a moisturizer with an occlusive. An occlusive is basically going to like be a barrier to stop moisture from leaving your skin. Yep, humectant layers. So you need to either use humectant layers in the form of multiple serums, a toner, a mister, all these things, and then put on your moisturizer with an occlusive layer. Or you need to find a moisturizer that has all those things. And basically everything we have in Sabbatical Beauty is fine. You're not going to need anything. But if you go to the drugstore, this is what you're going to look for. You need to find something with a humectant, a few humectants, a few emollients, and a few occlusives. So first, let me talk about occlusives. So I told you that humectants are what binds it's water-based and what binds moisture to your skin. So occlusives are basically things that create a hydrophobic layer, and hydrophobic means water-hating layer, so that things don't leave your skin. So remember how I said that your skin is made out like a brick wall with this lipid layer of skin cells, the lipid binding together all these skin cells to prevent bad stuff from coming in and good stuff from leaving your skin. So it's similar to that. Like an occlusive layer basically traps the moisture in your skin so that the good stuff stays in and the bad stuff stays out. So if you put a humectant layer on and then you put an occlusive layer on, it's really good, because it helps your barrier improve. It substitutes your barrier. So there are only 3 ingredients that the FDA has recognized as to be occlusive, and one of them is allantoin. Another one is cocoa butter, and the other one is dimethicone. And dimethicone, depending on who you ask, is not an extremely popular ingredient among like people who do a lot of natural beauty, because it's a silicone, and people don't like the effect of silicone on their skin for various reasons. So in a lot of our products, we substitute bamboo extract for that, because you get a similar smoothing effect from bamboo as well as the barrier function, but you don't actually get like the issue of silicones. Your cat's hydrophobic. That's awesome. Water heating layer. So the occlusive there are 3 ingredients the FDA recognizes as occlusive, but they're not just limited. Occlusive layers are not just limited to these things. What you want to look for is basically oils and butters, basically fat layers, so that help, and those will help your moisture from leaving your skin. So you could look for, in our stuff, we have a lot of camellia, tsubaki oil. You can look for argan oil, coconut oil, shea butter. The more expensive ones would include blue tansy oil, would include sea buckthorn oil. But all these oils would then form the occlusive layer and over the humectant layer to help your skin, help moisture to be retained by your skin. So we talked about humectants, we talked about occlusives. Then third of all, I'm going to talk about emollients. And what emollients are things with a lot of really good things inside, and it's generally also mostly oils, but it has really good things inside. Like they have lots of antioxidants. They have lots of important acids that you need for your skin to basically start healing itself. So basically, it provides the nutrition for your skin so that your barrier can start rebuilding itself. Like the mortar can start like gluing all the dead skin bricks together again so that your skin can function normally. So first you need something that helps bring water in your skin, and that's the humectant. You need an occlusive to prevent the water from leaving your skin. And then you need emollients to help your skin, give your skin the nutrition to actually like make your skin better and help your skin heal itself. And I think that's the main difference between Sabbatical Beauty products and a lot of other commercial products, mainstream products, because we focus primarily on things that help your skin to improve itself and to nourish and heal itself, which is why a lot of people who use Sabbatical Beauty products find that after they use Sabbatical Beauty for a few months, they need less and less of the product and to maintain the same effect. And that's because your skin has the nutrition to heal itself, and it's healing itself. It's doing the work that it knows how to do because it's given the nutrition that it needs, the capability that it needs for that. So, so the emollient function, emollients are to give your skin what it needs to heal itself. And some of the best things that your skin uses to heal itself is this acid in oil called gamma-linoleic acid, and its strongest, highest concentrations are in borage oil and in evening primrose oil, and you can find that in Winter is Coming. You can find that in Sleeping Beauty oil. They're very sensitive and expensive oils also, but they are super good for your skin because they help your skin to rebuild itself and to regenerate itself. Also, the antioxidants in a lot of the oils, which we use with I think camellia oil is supposed to be one of the highest in antioxidants. It's really good in giving your skin the nutrition it needs to like rebuild itself. So it's quite simple, basically, when you think about it. What you need is a humectant, you need an occlusive, and you need emollients. Jessica, Winter is Coming. It could be good for acne-prone skin. It might be also too much. I would advise you to post in group and ask people what kinds of products have worked best, or what kinds of products have worked best for their acne-prone skin, especially if it's oily or combination. It's really good for a very dry skin, but it's very extreme because it's basically an oil bound. And there might be other things that might be more suited for your skin, depending on your moisture level and your oil level. And yes, Jen, you can compensate by using more SB products, and that's a really good thing because you're layering, just like you layer your clothes and you go out and you put all these layers, you trap air in between with all your layers and you feel warm, and it's the same thing with your skincare. You layer your skincare, you trap moisture between all these layers, and you seal it up with a final coat of occlusive, just like you put your big puffy winter coat on in the end. The problem, like I said, with a lot of people is that they're like, oh, why does my moisturizer work great in the summer and then it makes me drier in the winter? Like Noemi, my friend, was showing me this aloe vera gel that she was using, and she's like, it makes me drier when I apply it. And I said, yeah, that's because there aren't enough occlusives in it. So if there are not enough occlusives, what's going to happen is that all the humectants that you're putting on your skin is going to bind to the existing moisture in your skin. And because your barrier is compromised and you're not putting anything to substitute that barrier, it's binding not just the stuff in the environment, but binding the stuff that already is in your skin and evaporating it out of your skin. And so that's going to happen. And that's going to happen if you don't find a moisturizer with both humectants and occlusives. And what's going to happen if you find, if you use a moisturizer with humectants and occlusives, but not enough emollients, not enough nutrition in your skin, is that your skin grows dependent on these external moisturizing agents. It's dependent because those things are the substitutes, but your skin isn't actually given anything to help heal itself. So to do the best thing for your skin, you need to have a moisturizer that has some of those things in each category: humectants, emollients, and occlusives. And that's going to help your skin repair itself. It's kind of like if you gave yourself, it's kind of like you're giving yourself a Band-Aid and then giving yourself like vitamins while your skin is under the Band-Aid so that your skin heals faster. But if you just put a Band-Aid on, it's not going to heal as fast as if you put like medication on for your skin to heal faster. I mean. Yeah, so I think I covered most of what I was going to cover. Let me just double check my notes. Yeah, so I think that I covered everything that I was planning to cover. So it's really, I know it sounds complicated, but I hope that this this video kind of explained it a little bit more to you about how moisturizers are made of these 3 central ingredients, and making sure that your winter moisturizer especially has all of this, especially the occlusive layer. That's going to help you maintain good skin and non-super dried out skin during the winter. So do you guys have any questions for me? Yeah, so Jen asked for a combination of SB routines that would hit all 3 layers. Yes, so if you use Sabbatical Beauty products, so long as you use any one of our products, you will hit all 3 layers without even thinking about it, because I have built good stuff into all of you. You can't miss it. But emollients, the things that bring nutrition into your skin, are basically the active ingredients, and they're in all our products in high concentrations. And Kelly's right. Yes, SB moisturizers have all 3 things. So Sue just now asked me, like, what do I do for winter? Why can't you tell me what to buy? And I'm just like, buy our stuff. Buy our stuff and you'll be covered. You don't need to think about it. Also, if you really want a foolproof solution to with dry winter skin, the winter box is coming out on January 1st, and it basically is samples of 5 face products and one full-size body product that is super tailored for your winter skin. So if you want a no-brainer, you can just buy the winter box when it comes out on January 1st. But basically, all you need to do with Sabbatical Beauty products is just cleanse your face using double cleansing, add on a beauty water for toning, and also because our beauty waters or our maple essence toner contains these alpha hydroxy acids that helps to exfoliate your skin, and that really helps like the good stuff to penetrate better. So that's also really important. So double cleanse, and then use our cleanser, use our toner or beauty water, and then put on a few serums, and a few serums will act as your humectant layer. The toner will also act as your humectant layer. And then put on facial oil, which will be one of your occlusive layers. And if you don't want to do that, just put on one of our creams. And our creams are basically going to have the humectants and the occlusives and the emollients for you. So you don't need to think about it. So a good regimen, I would say, for dry skin would be what's in the Revive set. So the goat milk cleanser, I would substitute maybe the rose balm or the vacuum cleaner oil as your first cleanse, and then put in vacuum cleaner oil as your first cleanse, and then a gold milk cleanser as your second cleanse, beauty water as your toner, and then add Asian Powerhouse and Marine Serum as your serums, and then put on Calm Cream as your occlusive layer. And winter is coming as a super duper occlusive layer because it's all oil at the end. So that's a really good routine, I would say, for dry skin. For oilier skin, I would suggest using the Rescue set, which would be the Rose Balm or Vacuum Cleaner Oil, and that will also work well. Rose Balm, Vacuum Cleaner Oil, the Rose Foaming Cleanser, which has clay in it, which helps draw out excess oil. And then Asian Powerhouse Marine Serum as the same as well. And then camel milk cream as your final cream. You can also use donkey cream. Donkey cream and the donkey milk gel sleeping pack is really good for your skin because it seems to help acne issues a lot as well. And then if you feel like you need an extra layer after that, then add on the sake and rice sleeping pack or the snow sleeping pack. So Katie asked a really good question. What's the difference between the maple essence toner and the beauty water? The primary difference is that the beauty water contains a little bit of surfactants inside in the form of foaming silk. And the surfactant basically is a cleanser. So when you put beauty water on, you are cleansing, exfoliating, as well as cleansing, exfoliating, and hydrating and nourishing. But with the maple essence toner, you're just exfoliating and toning. There's no cleansing effect with the maple water. Melissa, yes, the Revive set says to use beauty water before foaming cleanser, but as I've continued doing Sabbatical Beauty, I think that it's probably better to add in an oil cleanse instead of just use beauty water if you have problem skin, because that's going to really help. I would say that save that beauty water as a first cleanse for like maybe the morning when your skin isn't as gunked up like at the end of the day when you've been wearing makeup, sunscreen, and have the grease of the day. For the evening cleanse, I would really suggest incorporating an oil cleanser and then using beauty water as a toner. You can also use beauty water to perk up your skin in the morning after a workout, before your full cleanse, or before the workout, or if you're working out in the afternoon. It's also a really good way to cleanse your skin without doing the whole routine. So any other questions? Oh yeah, and I love it too. It's my favorite. I love beauty water. Thank you, Sue. So Jen asked, are all the beauty waters okay for winter, or are some better than others? I say that it would really depend on your skin type and how sensitive you are and how dry your skin is. So for example, because my skin is dry, I wouldn't use tea tree beauty water right now. Actually, I would never use tea tree beauty water because my skin is like the Sahara. But if somebody with like normal skin was really good with using tea tree beauty water in the summer, they might find it a little drying now. But somebody might find the regular beauty water also too harsh now if you have extremely sensitive skin, and they might just want to go for peppermint water. Peppermint water is definitely the most gentle of all the beauty waters and the least irritating. Oh, thanks, Katie. Thanks for taking the time to watch the live. And Kelly is right. Rose and honey is a really good moisturizer, final moisturizer for oily and acne-prone skin. It's also really good for healing, along with more honey whenever you have any issues. Like people use it for cuts and scrapes and bruises as well. Yeah, everything smells good except Sleeping Beauty oil. That is true. Somebody, don't remember who, described it as it was Tara. Tara described it as botanicals and gasoline. I know, that was a great description. So Chitra asked, do you still visit Singapore? I haven't gone back for a really long time. I think like 4 years, Chitra. But if I were to go back, and my routine would basically, what I would do is use vacuum cleaner, definitely. My skin is still really dry now. Even when I did visit Singapore, my skin was still dry. So I would just use vacuum cleaner. I would use Asian Powerhouse and Marine. And I would probably use Donkey Cream. That's kind of my favorite moisturizer now because it's helps acne and helps my hormonal acne during the time of the month, as well as moisturizers. That's what I would probably do. So any other questions? Okay, so I think that's it for questions. If you have questions, just leave comments on the live and I'll try to get to them. And in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything else that you'd like me to do lives on or answer your questions, just let me know in group, tag me so I'll see it. And it's been so great to chat with you guys, and I hope this helps in terms of finding your ideal winter moisturizer. And remember to sign up for the winter box, and Jen kindly posted a link to sign up for the pre-orders that come on January 1st so that you can get it and you don't need to think about anything. Just get it, put it on your face. There's a whole routine that's suggested, and that's all you need to do. Thanks, Kathleen. Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Chitra. Thanks, Sue. All right, bye, guys.